but see, that's where it's tough for us, especially like in this century. You get what I'm saying? 21st century or 2021. Back then, if you didn't have the dedication but you had the talent, record labels would come sign you and they would do
and help you
for you. They would help
and help you.
Nowadays, record labels won't even sign you unless they see that you're doing stuff by yourself already. You get what I'm saying? Record labels would rather sign the guy who's already marketing himself, already got this many followers, than grow somebody from the grassroots. You get what I'm saying? You already did half of the work for me. Now I'm going to sign you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to develop this person from scratch. Record labels don't really do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So either way, you messed up if you ain't working for it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
that's just record labels right now is just like jobs now. They ain't hiring people that they have to train up. They hiring people who already have some kind of skills, some kind of background.
Yeah.
And we can work together.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You have no experience, none whatsoever. All right, thank you for your time. Right. Exactly. True record labels want proof you're gonna make them money. That is a big fact. And not only that, it's just too easy for record labels to find time. All they got to do is go on social media and see which artists have the most followers that are unsigned, and they'd be like, okay, let's look into this person, let's look into that person, or go on YouTube and see which unsigned artist has the most views. Okay, let me check. That's how Ed Sheeran got signed. That's how Lil Nas X, that was through TikTok. You know what I'm saying? All of them, they did it themselves for the most part. Record labels just kind of just jumped onto the shit.
Yeah.
Once they set off, But I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, if I get to that point, what do I even need you for? You know what I'm saying? I already did all the work myself.
That's the beauty part. Like what you just said. Like, what's his name? It's an independent artist that is, the record labels hate this man, bro. The record labels hate this man, bro. I forgot his name, but he always promoting. He was like, bro, I work myself from the ground up. So when record labels reach out to him, he denied them despite how big the contracts is, and they don't like that because he's encouraging other hip hop or independent artists in general, no matter what genre. He's encouraging them to do their own thing, and record labels hate that. They hate this man, bro.
They do. That's like that's like you're teaching yourself how to fix an AC unit. Like every AC company is gonna be upset. Like, yo, you're taking our jobs away. Like, no, I know Nipsey was probably like one of the biggest people when it came to that. The record labels hated Nipsey because Nipsey was like, look, I already did all the work. You get what I'm saying? The only thing I'll let you guys do is distribute on a global scale. But I already did everything else, which is why Nipsey went through so many different labels before he got the right deal that he was willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey, I mean, he had a mixtape that he was selling for $1,000 at one point. And people were confident he sold that thing out first week, you know what I'm saying? Because he had built himself up to that point that he was able to do that. That's unheard of, you know what I mean?
He already had the new way to do music. Record labels want to control. See, that's what they didn't like about Nipsey. That's what they didn't like about these high independent artists is they can't control them. If you can't control the artist, that means they're free to go to however heights they want. And they don't have anybody to answer to because they're not tied down to a certain label. Now, I'm not saying like if y'all like artists, if y'all want to join a label, then do that. If you don't have time to build yourself up, build your personal brand from scratch, then join the label. But mind you that those advances that they're giving you it's not your money. You have to pay that. You got to pay that money on all of it. You got to pay that money on the back end. And if you don't, you're going to be in debt with them. They ain't going to push no music out for you. So just be mindful if you want to do it, if you want to go that route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is big facts. That is absolution. There's plenty of evidence and proof of it. You can even Google actual generic record label contracts, and you'll see for yourself. Anything that they advance to you, it is not for you. It is a loan. It is, okay, all your record sales is going to go to them up until that money is paid back.
Exactly.
You don't get a penny until after all of it is paid back. But that's the setup, because you're going to use that money to make high-end music videos. You're going to use that money for studio time. You're going to use that money to get jewels and cars and all of this stuff to build up your image as an artist, only to have to pay all of that back. You get what I'm saying?
And then another thing about this that other that artists don't talk about, bro, or they don't know. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there because I don't care. I'm gonna put this out there. Everything, if a record label builds your personal brand from scratch, nothing you own is yours. What I mean is, what I mean is, your IG followers aren't yours.
Yep.
That car isn't yours. Them chains isn't yours. That music isn't yours.
All of it.
Them clothes you bought isn't yours. Man.
It's so true. And the main thing, especially when it comes to the music, is your masters. You get what I'm saying? Like, exactly. You become a slave. That's perfect words. Like, the owning your masters is the most important thing. You get what I'm saying? If you don't own your masters, you're dead. Like, because your masters is proof that the music is yours. Whoever owns the masters owns the music. So if the music does well for your entire life, only the owner will get all of that bread. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I remember I think one of the funniest stories I ever heard was when DMX met Prince. You know what I'm saying? DMX met Prince at a nightclub, and DMX was like, I want to make a song with you. Prince's response to DMX was, "Do you own your own masters?" You get what I'm saying? So basically, he was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna do a song with you if you ain't gonna get most of the profit. If you don't own your masters, why would I do a song with you so that your record label get the money? I'm trying to bless you with a feature, not bless your record label." You know what I'm saying? Prince was on that level. You know what I'm saying? But it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, record labels, it's not the way to go. But like you said, if you're one of those artists who you're going to need that type of support, you're going to need, those things to push you, then you might not have a choice. You get what I'm saying? Because this independent stuff is really off the strength of the muscle, like, for real. You
bro.
Know what I mean?
But they don't like independent artists. That's why, and I met some of them, bro. I ain't gonna say their names, but I met some of them who was like, "I'm done with this independent stuff. I'm gonna just reach out for a label." And I told one of them, I was like, I said, "I ain't finna stop you from, if you want to join the label, I ain't finna stop you. But please, like my man said, you pretty much a slave."
It's tough. I remember you remember MTV Cribs? I think they brought it back, but I remember, man, one of the saddest MTV Cribs I seen was, I think it was Redman MTV Cribs. Yo, if you can, guys, when you get a chance, go on YouTube and watch Redman's MTV Cribs. Yo, this man was in a one-room apartment. And I'm talking about, this is like at the peak of Redman and Method Man. You get what I'm saying? The Blackout album. You get what I'm saying? This dude literally didn't even have a mattress, yo. Like, he was sleeping on it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, because, like, they were on the top of the charts during that time. How are you on the top of the charts, but you living like this? You get what I'm saying? Record label. That's the only way. You get what I'm saying? But then you got cats like Nipsey, who for most of his career, he wasn't big like that. You get what I'm saying? But look at his ownership. Look at his ownership. You get what I'm saying? He on the top 10 of the Forbes list. You get what I'm saying? But he ain't even global like that when it comes to his music. It don't matter, because he's getting most of the percentage of everything.